What's up, y'all? I'm Frank from Morals Over Money. We down here doing haircuts in Kensington for the homeless and less fortunate. Got the brother Top Dog who sponsors the videos.
What's up, y'all? I appreciate everybody who's already reached out. It's at Top Dog Law on Instagram or www.topdoglaw.com. Tell me about your case, whether that's a car accident, slip and fall, medical malpractice, something else. I'll here to help. We'll get back to you within 24 hours.
Absolutely. Get with the brother if you're trying to get paid.
Thanks with you.
Yeah, I figured I could send you some pictures and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, please.
Like when I get home, you send me an email address, you know what I mean? Yep, I'm not
definitely.
gonna send you nothing nasty, nothing like that, but I
Yeah,
got pictures
no,
from,
please.
like, here to that building, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Yes, you have. Yes. How you doing, brother? Thank you. Nice to meet you. Thank you. All right. Hello. So we're here with Eldin. His face is going to be blurred out in the video. Yeah, just to respect his privacy. So anybody wondering, he's the first one on the channel whose face is going to be blurred out, but I want to respect his privacy. So we met earlier today. I was doing haircuts at the park. He was one of the people's hair that I cut, and we started talking, and he started sharing with me that he also was a fireman for when 9/11 had happened, and it was just, I was sort of amazed. So would you, first of all, how you doing today?
Wonderful.
All right.
I guess.
And considering, right?
Yeah.
All things. Where'd you grow up at?
In South Jersey.
Okay, South Jersey.
Yeah.
And you said you became a fireman. It was sort of...
My whole family's volunteers. My dad was chief for a while, and my grandpa was fireman, my two brothers, sisters, everybody. So I've been running around the firehouse since I was like 3, you know what I mean? But I joined as a junior firefighter, 16. And I joined the rescue squad as well, 16, because where I live, the rescue squad and the fire department are separate. You know, like up here in Philly, it's one unit. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
It's separate. It's completely. I mean, it's two completely different things. So
yeah.
Then when I turned 18, I went. They put me through the fire academy back in '98. And once I completed that, then I went to EMT school. You know, and once I completed that, then I was a certified firefighter EMT. And that was in '98. And yeah, man, I took off from there. I enjoy it. Enjoyed it. I don't do it much anymore. I'm a life member in the rescue squad. Okay. So you know what I mean? I can go back whenever I want. Yeah. You know what I mean? And run, but I'm just caught up at the moment with some other bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like we all get at times. You know what I mean? I'm a firm believer that those of us that deal with addiction one way or another, we're just at different stages in our life. Whether we're active, whether we're in recovery, whether, whatever, whether we're in denial, whatever it might be.
Yeah, I've seen some bullshit, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I've been on accidents, you know what I mean, with my grandmother in the car, friends in the car. I've had to cut friends out of the car, the jaws of life. It was just an everyday thing, you know? Friends driving drunk, hitting trees.
Oh, wow. And you have to, I would assume that would be hard to deal with.
Numerous times, yeah. Yeah, it can be.
What was the craziest call you were on?
Well, it's really hard to say, but like, we had a car hit a tree, and it ejected a guy out the windshield, or excuse me, out the sunroof. And when we pulled up in the truck, he's laying face down on the street. We roll him over, and it ends up being a friend of mine, Jeff. Rolled him over, and then like I didn't want to go to the car because the car's full of people, you know what I mean? And we put an onboard collar, all that on him. We get him on the stretcher. I make my way over to the car, and that's when his bathroom. There was like 5 people in the car. They're all friends of mine, all of them. You know, 3 of them went to the trauma center in a helicopter, separate helicopters. You know, and 2 in the ambulance. The other 2 in the ambulance went to the hospital. They didn't go to the trauma center. And then the funny part about the whole thing is when we're sitting there waiting for the tow truck, we hear banging in the what the hell is that? And
somebody in the fucking trunk?
Yeah, it ends up being a buddy of mine in the trunk.
Oh my.
The only person.
I say that because that's some shit that I did. Hold on. I say that because that's some shit I did when I was a kid.
Right. The only person without a scratch on him
Was him?
Yeah.
Oh.
God rest his soul. Overdosed a couple months ago, and he's not with us no more. Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit about how you ended up serving during 9/11 or right after 9/11?
Well, I mean, I've been serving, you know, since '96, but that morning, on September 11th, I woke up and I flipped the television on. My brother's at the house, and like, what in the hell is it? Like, I thought it was a movie. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell movie is this? You know what I mean? The one plane hit the tower, not the second one yet. I think I was trying to figure it out, and then the second plane came in, and then I just started hearing all the chatter on our walkie-talkies, you know, from the firehouse. You know what I mean? They're just talking about it. You know what I mean? And that's when I'm starting to put two and two together on what's going on. You know? So the fire department gives us these little pagers. You know what I mean? And the pagers go off, and I mean anybody that's available is going to come down to the firehouse. Every firehouse in the county was doing it. You know? And we got down, and they started putting a team together. You know what I mean? Well, names together.
Yeah.
And they said they would be in contact with us, and then I got a phone call. I guess 2 days later. Yeah, two or 3 days later, that said that my name's on the list to go up. You know, and we were taking, I think, 12 ambulances from our county up. But we didn't have an exact date on when we were going. We were just waiting to find out, you know. So I went packed up all my shit and got ready to go, you know. And
did you have a family at this time or anything?
Yeah, I did. Well, not like a marriage, not like that. I had my son. My son was living in Florida, and that was about it.
Okay.
I mean, I had a girlfriend, but that was about it.
What did she think of you going?
Oh, dude, every girlfriend I've ever had loves it.
Okay.
Loved it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And my girlfriend at the time, like, her father was a firefighter in Seattle City,
so she
and
was
all that, so she was kind of like encouraging
me
to go, you know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, it would have made times hard, you know what I mean? Because now I'm not there to provide, and you know what I mean? Because that time I wasn't doing the things that I'm doing today, you know what I mean? So it was a little different, but when the call came, it was September 16th, and we're leaving on the 17th. We all met on the parkway at the rest stop. Ambulances from all around South Jersey, and a couple cops, and we were going to Rutgers University.
Yeah.
And when we got to Rutgers University, we met with all bunch of apparatus from all around the state. It was crazy. And when we got to Rutgers, Salvation Army and just all these organizations had all kinds of shit packed in rooms and gymnasiums and everywhere, and whatever you needed
was there.
You could.
So if you came with nothing,
yourself.
you were good.
Yep, help yourself. Like, I mean, and I mean everything. Like, there was. I got 3 boxes of contacts. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know how long we were staying. Like, that was the whole point. We didn't know. You could have stayed. The thing was, is you were allowed to stay until you were ready to leave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, they weren't saying, okay, 3 days and you're out. It wasn't like that. Like, once you got there, it was. I mean, when you guys are ready, then you go ahead and go. So.
Yeah.
So we loaded up, and we were escorted into Manhattan by the FBI. Was it the FBI? Yeah, I believe it was the FBI or Secret Service or fucking one of them. I don't fucking know. They were black SUVs with black and white lights and no other markings but government tags.
Yeah.
I believe they were the FBI, but nevertheless, once we got in, we went to Chelsea Piers. I'm not sure exactly how far from the tower, maybe a mile or so, I guess. 2 miles, mile and a half, but whatever. Well, once you get there, there was lines. There was lines of ambulances, lines of fire trucks, and the lines of, the lines for cop cars, it really wasn't that long. But nevertheless, once you got up to the front of the line, they would give you an assignment because not a lot of your New York City firemen wanted to leave. Most of them wanted to stay, you know. So they might send you to a ladder company, you know, in Queens or a truck company in Manhattan, whatever. But when we got up to the front of, like, we weren't even expecting to make it to ground zero at that point.
Yeah.
We didn't know. We thought everybody who came up was going to the towers. We didn't know that they were doing this, you know. And then the closer we got, the more and more information we were getting about what's going on, you know. And so we weren't expecting to even go. Like, I even called my girlfriend and told her that we're probably not even going to ground zero, you know, which I was kind of excited at that point too.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad to say excited, but
yeah, no, I know what you
excited.
mean.
I'm excited at that point too because now I get to fight fire as a New York City
Yeah,
fireman,
you want to serve
So,
at
like,
the biggest thing in your life, really.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So now I get to run around New York City and play fireman, you know? So, but sure enough, when we got up to the front, they said we're going to Southwest Triage from the southwest corner of ground zero, you know? And they gave us, well, they made us IDs right there. I mean, you had to have a federal ID. We had federal ID because they told us that if you don't bring an ID up with you, you're not getting in. You know what I mean? And they made sure of it. So we had to bring up, you know, driver's license, 2 forms of ID, and they made us a federal ID that we had to turn back in once we left to make sure everybody left, you know. And it was crazy. I don't know if you've ever been to Manhattan, but
yeah, I'm from New York.
okay, all right. So there was 4 perimeters before you get into ground zero. There's only 2 ways into each one. I mean, they had it all blocked off. You couldn't get through. If you didn't have the ID, you wasn't getting.
Yeah,
you wasn't getting in.
Checkpoint.
And then we had to go in, and you know, immediately you make your way to the second one, and then you make your way.
Thank you.
And then you make your way to the third one. You know, and it's crazy. On the way in, it was, you know, it's like this. It's a straight shot, and and as we're going in, it's just hundreds of people on both sides of the road. You know what I mean? Clapping for you, waving, they're holding signs, find my brother, find my sister, all this shit, you know. And yeah, I mean, that's when it really hits, because when we're coming up the Parkway, like, you can see it. You know what I mean? Like, you can see the smoke coming from Manhattan and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it's different. You start
like,
pulling up.
You're like,
on
okay, this is going. You'd be like, this is going to happen. We're listening on the radio. Like, this is really going to happen, but we can't listen to them on our radios, on our 2-way radios, because they use like all 900 megahertz. It's completely different radio systems. We couldn't even hear them. You know what I mean? So we really don't know what's going on, but we got an idea. But once we get to the one check, well, hold on, let me back up and go back to where I was. So, like, all these people, right? And the closer and closer you get to ground zero, the more and more ash.
Yeah, the destruction you see.
Yeah, it really looked like a black and white movie, if you will. You know what I mean? Like a straight black and white movie, man. It was crazy.